highlight of all of this is I don't actually like just watch the videos. I go and scroll through the comments just to have the laugh and to see what people think about it. I watched the video, we all did, and the first thing that came was people see how good they were just bringing out phones. Nigerians should learn these things. Please stop. I know everything you put online, but we learn the hard way.
Yeah, Mariam, like you said, we watched so many videos. I actually watched a lot of videos. And one of the videos I saw was a girl upstairs. She was videoing it.
Yes,
like,
I did.
The other one. But do you notice that the first thing she started with was, who bring goat? No, that kind of, that was kind of like, imagine if that guy hadn't run out to hug the mother. Like, imagine if you had actually been like, because in the thing, because the comments, people were like, if Nami, I go shame her, like, I will not be like, I'll be embarrassed to come outside and see my mother is drinking. Like, it's very absurd to bring the live animal to the, and then the boy acknowledged the mom and everything. So, Mariam, if the boy had denied the mother, be like, my mother be like, I go and run away and other kind of thing. Like, do you think the reactions today would be different? Like, do you think people would actually be celebrating mother? Because they'll be like, do you think they will actually laugh at the mother because of the fact that, okay, the son ignored her or the son denied her?
We've been seeing videos of people being denied on graduation grounds.
Did you see mother and son denial?
Not yet. You go deny your mama.
Now I'm saying, what if reverse was the case now, Mariam?
Please, you don't go deny your mama. People can actually deny their fathers. But you can't deny your mother. Even if your mommy carry elephant call, you go hug her. Because having to see, and then for most people that know what their mother do go through to get them to the stage they are, even if it's rat you're coming with, I'll still hold you. So yes, that's number one. Number two, peer pressure no go reach my mama's side. Let me use it like that. Because peer pressure, everybody's holding bouquet, you're holding cake of so many steps and you think it's sign out. I feel the main essence of sign out is if you're truly genuinely happy, and having your mother come with her attire, her traditional attire with goats, you can see how she's walking majestically. And then it's a surprise for the son because she was not expecting for me to come with
goats. And you notice the handshake, like they shook like bros, like
are you even collect the goat
too? Yes, now the rope of the goat. And like, goats don't serve and everything. Like he hugged them, they shake and everything. So you can see that they are not just mother and son. These are friends too.
I feel for most of these surprises from the videos I've seen, I feel men are more grateful than women, please. Because men are more grateful for all of these little gestures than women. Because most of the fallout we've been seeing is from women. Someone is coming to propose to you on your graduation and you are slapping him.
Actually.
Does it make sense?
No, it doesn't.
If you don't want to marry the gentleman, it's a please no. And everybody he will get up, dust himself, and you go. Why will you slap somebody? So I feel men are actually more appreciative. I've also seen the video of the dispatch rider that he on his sign out. The I think the Association of Dispatch Riders came and he was frustrated. It was so lovely to see that.
Like it's one thing to have supportive people around you.
Thank you.
Supportive
if you're a
people
good
around
person,
you.
goodness will always follow you. But for now, bad people, goodness they follow them. But though, if you're a good person, goodness will always come for you. And I love what the mother did. She didn't actually look at the environment. She didn't care.
She didn't. Her son graduated from he studied pharmaceutical technology.
And from a mother who has a small chaos.
Exactly. It's a thing of pride.
It's a thing of pride. It's a thing of honor to see your mother coming to celebrate this.
It's probably the first.
Most people know they see their parents for their signing out. So having to see your mother come in to be happy with you, it's so lovely.
So let's talk about Nigerians. You know how we are now. We jump on trends. Not just comment sections. We jump on trends. People are now using the boys' video reposting. You know, you can easily download on TikTok than any other social media apps. So people are now like downloading, reposting, getting. People are like they're just using him for gain more insights and more.
Okay, this morning
before
I walked in here,
what do you think about
a colleague
that?
was telling me that someone's mom brought cow and the person's name was on the cow.
Please, it's becoming a trend now. Mariam, do you know that? Did you hear about that wig story? The wig story that the lady who a bad wig and then somebody snapped her in terms of ridicule. That's why I was like, people bringing out their phones. Maybe they saw the mother coming in with goats. Do you think it was out of curiosity or they were trying to mock her?
It's mockery.
Are you seeing?
Then the mockery.
God, you see when God is to shame people's enemies.
Yes.
The boy now came and hugged her. That was when the reaction changed. If you ask me.
Yes.
If you ask me, the reaction
people
changed.
People were saying, who they bring goats? Who they bring? Because comments will be like, who they bring goats? Instead of make she go make pepper soup. But then I feel for two things to go straight. It has to do with the giver and receiver,
Yeah,
and has to do
exactly.
with yes, it has to do with their reactions too. So if I'm sad about it, it's going to go the bad way. It's going to get the bad side of social media. Since people are actually recreating this with cow, somebody's name on
Exactly.
it.
And now the boy now, he's called the goat boy. He's called the goat boy.
And then they will follow him.
You know, his one video blow.
It's so lovely. I love it. I love it. It's just speaking a proud mother, a proud mother, a proud mother, a proud son. Because in as much as the mother is proud, so too is proud.
Okay, do you think parents should adapt their the modern trend, the modern way of gifting, or they should just fall back and just do what works for them?
For me, I'll just say one thing. Parents should just do what they want to do because they've done far a lot more than any social media trend could carry. In the shadows, mostly in the shadows, parents have done more. So if you want to do anything as a parent, please do. If you want to take helicopter for your child, do. If you want to key ram, do. People should just be appreciated.
Yeah. How was your sign out, Mariam?
I nearly fell down from that back of truck.
Oh.
Guy, we climbed the truck. Okay, where I schooled, my parents were not there, and I told them just rest, let me have a good time. And there was a truck with music and everything. Immediately I finished my exams, I was ready. I tied sweater for my waist.
Hey.
I climbed truck. And then it was the first time I ever did that. The first time of actually climbing truck.
Yeah.
And then when they were about to move, guy, I was about to I was like, please, I don't want to die on my side now. it was lovely.
It's the courage for me. How did you climb the truck, sir?
They have to. People will help you from inside
Oh.
to get up. But then these are the things that people are doing, and I want to do it because this is just the day that all of the tension from school is off my head, and I just want to have a good time. And people are doing it, so why shouldn't I do it? And I joined the trend. People were dancing. I don't dance, but that day I was just moving my body anyhow because, guy, 4 years plus after and Corona
Come on,
is something.
you reach for celebration.
So if my mom will come with a goat, I will hold the goat. We'll go home together with that goat. Oh, we won't do barbecue in my home.
So we were talking about the fact that parents and children relationship,
Yes.
that handshake known was a symbol of love, closeness. So what do you have to say about that?
Parents are lovely people. And you should make your child comfortable with yourself. You should be comfortable with your parents too. If not, you will not be able to achieve that.
Express yourself.
Yes, exactly.
So what about the fact that social media influencers, people are gifting? They gave the mother 100K.
Really?
They gave the son 50K. Just to like appreciate him. And when people are like, drop our account number for me, let us appreciate the Nigerians.
See, the courage, my
Nigerians
dear.
want every other thing, but we can be very supportive.
We can, even in the negative environment, we are supportive.
Exactly.
So I feel yes, the mother deserves all of it. And I've been seeing a video of this lady that was please, I'm diverting just a little.
Okay.
The video of this lady that was selling buns with a child in rain and under the rain, and someone just stopped her and he helped her. As we speak now, I think they've even like given the husband a brand new tricycle. And Keke Napep. And these are how supportive people are. Immediately you see something that catches your attention, you just want to save the person and help the person, elevate the person's life. So yes, people on social media handles and pages will always help to reach out. If they are happy and touched enough, they'll do that. So if I have the means, I'll give the mother something. She deserves it. See, parents too deserve happiness in as much as their children do. So
this also reminds me of the week story. I think I wanted to tell you about that.
All right,
the
then.
fact that the girl, she carried an ugly wig and they snapped her
And they
put
were
it out
making
there, making mockery of her. And guess what? People started reaching out. People gave her wigs and everything. So at the same time, in as much as social media, like bringing other phones could have mean, they wanted to mock the mother, they also put her out there. I mean, now she have gotten 100K and celebrations and everything. Even that wig girl now has gotten more wigs. Like even the person that you're talking about got a brand new car. What did you even say? Keke and everything. So you see, social media, do you think is also helping that way in some kind of way?
I think that is where social media helps because people actually just post things to get help.
Visibility.
Even the 10 million naira lady, the main reason why she posted that video was to get help. That's just it.
Yeah,
was to get help and assistance. So yeah.
Because we will not pity her and be like, oh.
drop your account number. Let's see what we can do. So
Let's see what we
I
can
just want people to be able to filter the real information and the fake ones, and to be able to help people who really do need this help. And if peradventure you helped, please, I'm begging Nigerians to use the money for something good.
So Mariam, of all our stories today, like what's your top? What have you?
My favorite story of
what's your
them.
takeaway?
Okay, my favorite story of them is goats.
It's so like food, Mariam.
Okay.
So what's that about?
My takeaway is social media will always be social media. People will always be people. Just be genuine, be true. Don't try to change people. Don't try to overdo yourself. Cut according to your coat. Don't wear oversized. Don't wear oversized. It will shock you. And yeah, just be you, be true. And if you really want to do help, don't mock anybody.
Yes, please.
Help. If you want to be anonymous,
Genuinely.
please do help people. People need help. And also, don't do it for the gram.
Don't do it for the gram. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You know, today's trends remind us that behind every viral clip on our phones, there's a real human experience. Mariam just said we should do things, we should be generous, but we should not do it for the gram. And we've come to the end of today's Top Trends. That wraps up our edition. Thank you so much, Mariam, once again for coming on Top Trends with us on Essence for Television.
Thank you for having me, Martha.
If it's not trending, then it's not on Top Trends. Don't go anywhere, as more stories are coming your way. Until next time, bye for now.
Living sustainably in Nigeria can begin with small and everyday choices that reduce waste and protect the environment. Plastic bags are common across the country, but many end up blocking drainage systems and polluting our environment. According to the Ogun State Commissioner for Environment, Ola Oresanya, Nigeria generates over 32 million tons of solid waste annually, with plastics accounting for about 17% of that total. However, switching to reusable cloth bag is a simple way to cut down on plastic waste and keep our streets cleaner. Food waste is also a major issue. Research done by the Triple Green Environmental Development Foundation shows that over 50% of household waste in Nigerian cities are organic food waste. These items, like cloth bags, solar lamp, refillable water bottles, compost bins, and efficient stoves, are affordable, practical, and available in Nigeria. Together, they make up a lifestyle that supports communities and protects the environment. In the end, sustainability is about making smart choices every day. It is also about saving money, protecting the environment, and building a healthier future for Nigeria. Choose sustainability today.
The Nyanyakaro axis has become one of Abuja's most dangerous road corridors, with frequent accidents raising serious concerns among residents, commuters, and daily road users. To understand the roots of the problem, we spoke with people who use this road every single day. The drivers, workers returning from work, and residents who live along the axis.
Based on my understanding and opinion, the total number of most of the Abuja staff, they are living within these premises. And two, the nature of the road is also very narrow. The road is supposed to be wider, more than this. The second issue, the road that leading to Karo is supposed to be expanded. Like from the Abacha Barak to that place, supposed to be expanded.
The trailers contributed. There are all those old trailers that I don't think they should be on the road.
From their responses, one issue stood out clearly. The timing and movement of heavy-duty trucks. According to commuters, truck drivers often ply the road at the wrong time of the day. The Nyanyakaro road is usually at its busiest in the evening, when workers are closing from offices and businesses and heading home. At this peak period, the presence of large trucks worsens traffic congestion, leading to dangerous holdups and increasing the risk of accidents. Residents also recalled the devastating fire accident that occurred along the axis. They explained that the incident involved a truck powered by compressed natural gas, which is the CNG, due to the intense traffic buildup and prolonged heat from the Greek lock.
Recently, last year, 2025, and this tanker was coming, he lose brake. So he bought some of the cars here, and the other one was coming, was this gas distance. So he also batch another one behind him. So everything start here. The small car that they bar, they started catching fire. So we are not able to quench it before the fire service to come to approach. The other tanker that has gas has started catching fire. So that is when the explosion started, and it killed a lot of people.
In fact, it happens here, not even long ago. The driver was sleeping. Before you know, he missed the road and crossed the other side. So we discovered that he was really sleeping. But we thank God there was no any cause of death.
Those are the kind of thing, like the last one that happened, the brake failed to Carroll Bridge here, which I think the trailer is using CNG at the spot because of the heat and everything got explode. So we have so many injuries and also deaths.
The situation escalated. Tragically, an oil truck was positioned directly behind the CNG truck, and the combination proved catastrophic, resulting in a massive fire outbreak that left destruction in its wake. The incident, according to many road users, was a turning point. Since then, there has been a noticeable change in behavior. Currently, truck drivers are seen parking and holding back during the evening rush hours, allowing smaller vehicles and workers returning home to pass freely. Only after traffic eases do they continue their journeys. While this development is a positive step, residents insist that more needs to be done to ensure safety along the Yanya-Karo axis. They believe that proper regulation of truck movement, strict enforcement of traffic rules, and better road management during peak hours are crucial to preventing future tragedies.
The solution, as I said it, one, we need to expand this road from that Abacha Barak leading to Karo. We're supposed to expand that road from Abacha Barak to Karo. Then we to reduce the number of motors that are coming to the place. Then two, the road safety. They are very crucial. They're supposed to be in this area from 6 in the evening till the night. Then thirdly, all the trailers and the motor that are carrying low gas, they're supposed to stop around that Abacha Barak. Okay, let's say from 10, they will start moving. I'm sure if we implement this thing, the incident will reduce. The government need to at least advise the people, especially crossing road here, to always climb up on top of this bridge so that they should be saved. At times, people will be so eager to cross on the road.
If the government can help us and maintain the standard of movement of big trucks, like all this Dangote, all this trailer, at least their movement, let it be consistent in the night, because that is what is causing accident here. When people are coming back from here and the diversion of the road is too small, there's a lot of traffic here. So if truck can be coming in the afternoon, lots of the truck are failing prey, and this place is too slopey.
One of the key factors or the key basis government should look at is the good road, most especially if you can see the road are not good. Some places you see it's styled very clean, some other places is bad. And most especially this Nyanya, this Abuja Kefi road, how they actually design the road is kind of sloppy. You know, at times, most especially what causes the accident is at times brake failure. People standing or Okada by the roadside, trailer will just come and pick them up, stuff like that.
Prepared for life after retirement. Let's hear what they have to say.
After their retirement, they get involved into many things, because some of the pensions, some of the money, hard-earned money that they've labor for many years has not been remitted to them, and it makes them, after their retirement, some fell ill, some fell depressed, some fell into one challenges or the other because they could not assess their contribution into the money they've contributed for many years. From my own point of view as a health practitioner, I see a lot of retiree and their situation looks pathetic. It's scary at times. You see them coming down with so many health issues. You'll be wondering what is going on. Is it that they did not plan why they were in service? They did not plan their retirement, or I can't really tell, but I know the story is pathetic. They are not planning. There a more enlightenment should go into this kind of function so that people will know that there is life after retirement. They are not really planning. Then the economy too. I've heard some people tell you that is it not when you eat before you will not be alive to retire? That what if one thing happens? And so I don't think it's just because of lack of awareness. People need to, economy is affecting people seriously. It's affecting because a lot of people come to the hospital after retirement. You will see most of them, the way they are looking, you will now be wondering how old, at what age did they actually retire, that they are looking down. Some of them eventually die, but you will still see a few that I normally give it up to them. I will just compliment them when they come for their regular checkups, and you see them, they are really doing well. Some of them are into farming and they are progressing. Some are into businesses, especially all this low scale farming, storage, and the rest of them. So me, I think enlightenment should go into the system more and the economy should improve.
Yes, Nigerians are preparing for retirement, but there are some Nigerians that are still left out because they don't even know how to go about preparing for retirement. But with the new innovations and the inventions, enlightenment, and other things, Nigerians are able to participate. Like, first of all, you have to be working, and then you have a pension fund administrator you register with, of which you can now contribute your pension to. So I think Nigerians are preparing for retirement.
There you have it. One thing is glaring. Most Nigerians are not prepared for life after retirement because of lack of planning. I am Gladys Asuko, reporting for S24 Television.
Why are schools becoming targets for kidnappers? It's a question many Nigerians continue to ask as parents live in fear every time their children leave for class. Education is meant to offer hope, yet for some families, the school gates have become a source of anxiety rather than reassurance. Instead of asking children what they learned in school, some parents are left wondering if their children will return home at all. The situation forces us to confront uncomfortable questions. If children cannot safely attend school, is their right to education truly being protected? The right to education is recognized globally as a basic human right. Yet repeated attacks on school continues to deny many children access to learning. Across parts of Nigeria, thousands of pupils have missed months and sometimes years of education. But should children stay at home because criminals threaten schools? The answer must be no. Taking children out of school will hand victory to those who seek to spread fear. Education remains one of the strongest tools for building a secure and prosperous nation. If today's children are denied learning, the country risks losing the doctors, teachers, engineers, and leaders of tomorrow. This is why the remaining children still in captivity must not be forgotten. Their absence is a reminder that behind every statistics is a child with a dream, a family waiting, and a future hanging in the balance. The government must act with urgency, not only to bring every child home safely, but also to ensure that schools once again become places of learning rather than places of fear.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Sport Desk, where we take a closer look at the stories, decisions, and moments creating conversations across the world of sports. I am your host, Udoka God's Power. On today's program, our conversation would center on the following stories, starting with the Real Madrid rebuilding project, which asks the question, can Europe's most successful club return to the summit of world football? We'll also discuss Mauricio Pochettino's future with the United States national team and whether he remains the right coach to lead the country's football project. Then we turn our attention to Rodri, the midfield maestro, whose future has become one of the biggest talking points in world football. And finally, we examine the tragic passing of a 24-year-old footballer after being struck by lightning and the important questions this raises about safety measures in the game. For important conversations, all coming right here on the Sports Desk. Joining me on the desk this morning are my colleagues, Stephen and Olawale. Good morning, guys. How are we doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing particularly well.
Excellent.
Very interesting topics that we have ahead for discussion.
Lovely. Stephen, how are you doing today?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, my colleagues. I'm doing well today. Thank you. And I'm ready to dig in.
I want to believe you are super excited this morning because our first story is actually centered around your. Look at he's smiling.
He's smiling already.
Yeah. You're super excited, right?
Yeah, let's talk about Madrid.
Okay, all right. So let's dive right in. So our first story is obviously centered about Real Madrid's current rebuild. First things first, when you hear the word Real Madrid as a football club, what comes to your mind?
Spanish giants.
Not world giants. Not world giants.
Yeah,
Spanish.
I'm saying it specifically, so this guy's head is not blown away.
Okay.
But Real Madrid is a massive club, and when you talk about Real Madrid, you talk about the team with the most UEFA Champions League.
Most successful team in Europe,
so
yes.
Big ups to them. Real Madrid is a top dog.
Steven.
Big name.
Blow us away.
Big name.
Big name.
Most players will hear Real Madrid and they will not want to seize the opportunity to join that kind of team. A team with 15 Champions League title, winning it back-to-back 3 times for in a consecutive year. They are the best players play for them. They have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Thiago Ramos, and Gareth Bale. Those are the likes of footballers that really played for Madrid, and they have they've won different trophies under different coaches. So I'll say it's a big game for me.
You said most players. Just yesterday,
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that later. But let's just go into our this conversation in full. So Real Madrid, as we all know, they are considered arguably the most successful club in Europe. Yeah. But the past 2 seasons has been underwhelming for them. Looking at the squad they have players like Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Bellingham, like a solid squad, but yet their past 2 seasons has been underwhelming. Nothing to write home about. What do you make of their performance so far for the past 2 seasons?
Well, I think a big part of that squad are already successful. I mean, most of them have won it all in football, either individually or joining Real Madrid.
Okay.
So they are lacking motivation. Yes, and Real Madrid has made some mistakes in the past.
Okay.
For example, if you look at it from last season, Real Madrid started brilliantly. Fantastic performance, playing beautiful football under Xabi Alonso.
Yes.
And going towards the middle of the season, we began to see reports of rifts between the likes of Bellingham, Vinicius
Mbappe,
Jr. We even saw some of it unfold on the pitch. The dramatic antics and display from Vinicius Jr. towards the coach. And at the end of the day, player power decided who the coach was, and they had to bring a coach from the academy, which is
Areola.
Yes, Arbeloa, who now is Fulham's coach.
Yes.
So if a team as big as Madrid can favor player power over a coach that was delivering at that point in time, the result was inevitable. So we saw Madrid underwhelming performance in La Liga and even in the UEFA Champions League as a result of that. So if you look at the progression, that at the beginning of the season, you had the coach that was doing brilliantly well. And because some players were displeased, they had to let
go of him.
Let go
Yes.
of the coach. So that is an indication of the things that Real Madrid got wrong last season.
Okay.
And it inevitably affected their performance overall.
Steven, you didn't make any objection at all. We are talking about your club here. You should
I'll
be.
let him talk because he has his own few pointers to make, and I have my own few pointers.
Okay.
Being a Madrid fan, I've followed Madrid as the progress, even from like the signing of the likes of Ronaldo and the likes of the rest. So for me, Madrid had a bad season.
Okay.
Both the previous season and the other previous season. The season where they signed Mbappe was one of the bad season, even though they were able to produce the top goal scorer of the league. And also, even in Champions League, there were like a lot of lapses, especially when it got to the point of Arsenal trashing them out in the quarter-final in that Champions League game. And also in this previous season, we had where they had the Club World Cup and PSG had to trash them 4-0. So for me, I would say Madrid had some problems, or should I say an overall problem. One problem they had is players' dominance. Every player wanted to be at the top shoe. You know, when you look at it this way, if you bring a player to come and if you bring in already known player like the likes of Mbappe, when Mbappe came, everybody was like that Mbappe was going to make a very huge impact. He made an impact. He became the top goal scorer for the league 2 times.
Yes.
But the only impact he did make was since he came, they didn't win any trophy.
What you are just saying, this was actually going to be my first question, which was, does their disappointing performance last season do you attribute it to a tactical issue or the issues internally with players revolting against the coach, not in terms with the coach?
Also
do you think
internally? Because every player wants to dominate. Everybody wants to be the main key playmaker in the. It's Madrid you're playing for. Madrid is a big name. Like you said, we have the likes of Jude Bellingham and Madrid forgets that they need a playmaker. They don't see everything. They subject everything to the goals they score. It's not the goals you score; it's the trophies you win. So I feel like Madrid were more focused on. They didn't look at themselves as trying to win trophies because I feel like maybe they were all relaxed that they have enough. You know, if you enter the Santiago Bernabeu, you see a lot of trophies. You see 15-time championship encrypted on their walls, but they didn't prove it in these 2 seasons. I'm a Madrid fan, and I'll say I'm disappointed in their performance.
Let us face it as it is. There's a team crisis in Real Madrid.
Okay.
Vinicius Junior and Mbappe does not have a smooth relationship.
Okay.
And it is even obvious online. There's no bromance. You cannot compare the bromance that is between Vinicius Junior and Bellingham to what Vinicius Junior has with Mbappe.
Yes,
there's a friction somewhere.
Yes.
And you cannot deny that fact last season.
Let me cut you right there. You know, okay, I'll agree like there's no solid relationship between them, no bromance, but they can work together.
Yeah, yes, we are talking about last season, and that was what ultimately affected their performance.
Yes.
Sure, you understand?
Football is a team sport. We all know.
Like you said,
if you guys are not in terms, personally,
of a very valid point that everybody wants to shine. In football, the team has to shine for you to win.
Yes.
Look for example, this recent concluded World Cup. Can you point out to in terms of the overall performance for Spain? Can you point out to an exact person who was acting like the main man of the show? It was a collective game.
Yes, exactly.
Do you understand? So when we have 11 men fielded,
one player is trying to take the whole spotlight.
One player is trying to take the spotlight. It is going to affect the overall performance. So that was majorly the problem of Real Madrid last season. And hopefully, with the new coach now they brought now, who himself is the king of ego. So I think he's going to shut down every ego in that dressing room.
Let's just dive right in. Let me just dive right in there. So Mourinho, he has been confirmed as the Madrid new coach, and the club has been making a lot of signings so far. But let's just focus on him, the special one. Do you think he's the right man for Madrid? Do you think he's the right man for the club?
Yes, because like you said, is a coach with ego, and Madrid have a lot of egoistic players.
Okay.
If I tell you that about 70% of Madrid players are very, very egoistic, in the sense that everybody wants to prove a point. But if you prove a point individually, you're not going to win for the team. You're just winning for yourself individually. But all of them need to come together and prove a point as a team. If you see their performance, especially Club World Cup, I was disappointed. Like they play with so much like levity, like they're not competing, and it is very, very, very sad. And with this new signing that has come in from coaches to players, we have the likes of Chelsea's best DM, that's Cucurella coming in. We have the likes of Bernardo Silva, we have the likes of Dumfries, we have the likes of Conte. So I feel like
more recently, Yan Diomande.
That's the latest. So even with Madrid also made a signing before last season. They signed Dean Ujisi, they signed I think Carreras. They signed
from Benfica.
Yeah, they signed some defenders there, and there was no much impact
from them.
Now with this new signing and the new coach that knows how to handle players, I feel like we should watch out for Madrid this season. I feel like they can turn the story around because they went 2 seasons, 0 trophy. Once they produced the highest goal.
So you think Mourinho can bring Madrid back to football dominance?
Yeah, basically, Mourinho has all the fire packs to make it work.
Okay.
He has the experience. He has the tactical ability and the man management skills to handle these players.
Okay.
So as long as he can bring discipline back into that dressing room, I think Real Madrid is going to be doing a lot next season.
Yes. Okay. They already had an amazing squad, one of the best squad in world football. But so far since Mourinho came in, we've seen incredible transfer deals that they've struck. They started with Konate on a free transfer from Liverpool. Cucurella from Chelsea, Dumfries from Inter, Yan Diomande from Leipzig, and
Bernardo
Silva from Manchester City on a free transfer also. Do you think these transfers, these players they've brought in, sets the squad up to return to the top of football next season? Do you see Madrid winning the Champions League, winning the La Liga next season with these signings they've made?
I would say yes. They've not just made signings, they've made important signings. Player with experience.
Yes.
I think the only inexperienced player that they brought in is Yan
Diomande, the 19-year-old.
When we're talking about Cucurella, who is one of the best left backs in football right now.
Yes.
He's a World Cup winner. We have Konate, who is also a solid player with lots of experience. He has achieved a lot with the Liverpool squad.
Yes.
He was part of their
Champions League winning. Even the Premier League, exactly.
Yeah, so we have somebody like Dumfries also, who was a huge part of Inter's Italian domination.
Yes.
And you can also attest to his performance in his national team. For
even in the Champions League, he was solid for them in the Champions League.
You cannot even underplay Bernardo Silva also with his wealth of experience. He was part of the treble winning team for Pep's Manchester City. And Yan Diomande has incredible potential, even if there are question marks for the fee that he came in with. So, fantastic transfer signings with the quality that is already on ground. So, I'm expecting explosive football. I'm expecting total dominance. With these transfers, I would be expecting Real Madrid to win La Liga this coming season.
Okay. What about the Champions League?
The Champions League is way more competitive than Madrid.
So you have some question marks
there.
there.
There are a lot of question marks because a lot of teams wants to win.
Okay.
We still have PSG with their dominance. We still have Atletico Madrid they are always in the picture. Barcelona wants to come back.
Manchester United.
Yes, we have Manchester United.
Don't underrate us.
Please.
Don't underrate us. We have Manchester United.
Manchester United, please call Arsenal.
Yes, I'm going to give it to Arsenal. Based on recency bias.
Okay.
I'll give it to
recent
Arsenal.
Performance.
Yes, recent performance. But when we are talking about European
historically,
giants,
if you look at it, Manchester United,
talking about European giants, you cannot bring Arsenal to the table. We are talking about people that won the Champions League.
You just say Manchester United. I'm just now. Manchester United just started performing towards the ending of last,
and that got us a Champions League qualification.
Only.
What did your own performance got you last season?
Okay, normally we've already qualified for Champions League.
What else?
You didn't win anything.
You didn't win anything.
Madrid didn't win anything last season, but let's look forward to this
season. No problem. We are all looking forward to this
season. So for you, with the signings you guys have made, you believe you guys are ready to win the La Liga and the Champions League?
I'll say it's an impressive signing. I will not say we're ready because it takes a lot to be ready. It takes a lot of commitment, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of putting together. So players that are ready to work will work. Players that are ready to flop will flop.
Okay.
So you need the players need to bring in their A game. They need to step up their game. I'm a Magic player and I need to see those players. I saw the way Bellingham played in World Cup, and I was like, wow, like this is Bellingham. He played like a fantastic player. He played that number 10 fantastically, and he really played the ball. If I see him bringing that kind of game back to Madrid,
you guys,
the likes of Bernardo Silva there.
You guys had a lot of players play very well in the World Cup for their individual national team. The question now is, can these players bring this same performance into the club football? Because we see them go to their national team, perform well, and come back to the club and they are fighting themselves and not playing well.
What does that tell you? I'll point at the disunity in the squad.
There's something going on there. That's why I say if once there's a problem in the team, it affects the whole team. It affects the coordination of the team. So that's why I'm just trying to let you know that they need to fix their internal problem.
Okay.
If they don't fix it, no matter how good the player is, they will not progress.
Okay.
They have to fix whatever is going on down to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper.
Okay, so let's hope Mourinho can turn things around with the players he has now. Let's just hope Madrid can return back to the summit of football, because it's always good to have teams performing very well, different teams performing very well from their different leagues and even in the Champions League. Let's just quickly move on to our second conversation for the day, and it's centered around Mauricio Pochettino, the United States men's team manager. He took over the team sometime September 2024. Played some competitions, some CONCACAF competitions, 2 finals, I think the National League finals, the Gold Cup finals, lost both, and then took the team to the just concluded FIFA World Cup. I mean, they were super impressive in the World Cup. I was surprised by what I saw. What do you make of their performance at the World Cup?
Generally, United States is not known for football. In fact, they even call it soccer there.
Yes.
So that's an entire conversation. But I think Pochettino is bringing a lot of attention to their football. He came in, did exceptionally well in their CONCACAF Nations League, made it to the finals, he lost.
Yes.
And then in the Gold Cup also, he lost
made it to the final and lost.
Mexico.
Yes.
So I think it's a good one. What the job is doing, especially for their performance, they were playing high tempo football, high pressing, attacking, entertaining every one of us. So one thing I've noticed over time in football is that when you're building, you're at a building phase. So as long as there's consistency and dedication in what you're building, you could achieve a lot of things. When Mikel Arteta started in Arsenal 6 seasons ago, it was underwhelming. People will always give kudos to Arsenal fans that if you're with any Arsenal fan, they are known for patience. Like they have lots of patience. So look at what he has been able to achieve over the course of the last 3 seasons. You can see significant improvement. You can see whatever vision he had. You can see
coming
now
to the limelight
vision
now. Yes.
coming to play now.
Yeah.
Like whatever he wants to achieve with the team, they are doing exactly that because they were able to give it time. So success is not built overnight. It takes time. It takes consistency. So I believe United States is keen towards that vision because they can see improvements, and with time, they are going to explode. Because they also have a couple of players that are also impressive. They have Jorginho Dest, who is their right back. They have Pulisic.
Yes.
They have Balogun,
Yeah.
Folarin, who they luckily got to be in their team. According to reports of the story behind it, I think his mother went to the United States for a short vacation, and she was very heavy.
Yeah.
And according to F-Flight laws, she couldn't make it back to the United Kingdom. So she had to give birth to Balogun in the United States. And he grew up to become a professional player and ended up choosing
to play for the
United States. So it's incredible to see what they are trying to do here, and hopefully in a couple of years they are going to have gold medals in some of their continental tournaments.
Stephen, what do you make of their? You watched them throughout during the World Cup, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
what do you make of their performance? How did you see their performance?
It was good because their first match against Paraguay, they beat them 4-1. And then also they beat Australia 2-0. So I'll say their performance was
good. Okay.
And 2 straight win in the group stage. So for me, their coach also, their coach is a man with a very good resume. He has coached the teams like Tottenham. He's coached teams like PSG also.
And Chelsea.
So Chelsea, yeah. So he has even coached the likes of Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. So I'll say for me, it's a good one. Being an Argentina, a man that is coaching a US team, so it's a good one. For me, their performance in the World Cup was, I'll not say top number, it was okay, it was good. Being USA the co-host country. So to me it was okay, for real. Like, he's a good coach, and I know that he can give them that World Cup. Not now, maybe the next World Cup.
Okay.
All right, we'll see about that. Let's go on a quick break. When we return, the conversation continues. Welcome back from that break. I've been having an interesting conversation right here on the Sport Decks with my colleagues Olawale and Stephen. Let's just dive right into the conversation once again. So we are still on the Mauricio Pochettino's case. A quick one before we move to the next story. He has a record of 17 wins, 12 losses, 2 draws. And recently, the United States has extended his contract running to 2030. With that record, the performances we've seen, do you think he's the right man to continue the job with the United States men's national team?
Yeah, based on the performance from the World Cup, I think he deserves the opportunity to continue what he's building.
Okay.
And in a couple of years, I think maybe that decision came a little bit hastily. I think they should have just given him some targets, maybe in their continental competition.
Okay, Stephen?
Yeah, it's correct. He's the right man for the job, and I believe he can give USA what they want. So he just needs to put in more, let me just say, more approach, because they have players in the US right now. But he said something. He said US is not known for football; they are known for soccer. So there needs to be a bit of improvement and adjustment in that team. But I feel like he can. In 2030, that's the next World Cup. I feel like USA will make an impact in the next World Cup. Yeah,
all right, we'll see how that goes in 2030. Let's quickly move on to Rodri, the midfield maestro that has been making rounds in the world of sports in the recent days after the World Cup. We've seen teams like Real Madrid, or not teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona has been going head-to-head for his signature. He's a Ballon d'Or winner, a World Cup winner, a Euros winner. What do you make of these stories surrounding his future?
First of all, I would like to reference back to what my colleague Steven said.
Okay.
Every player wants to play for Real Madrid.
Exactly.
But just recently, I think last night, there was a statement that was released by Rodri's agent that Rodrigo's preference is Barcelona.
A player rejecting Real Madrid.
Now, I would like to go back to earlier reports from Fabrizio Romano.
Yes.
We all know Fabrizio is a reputable football journalist. His specialty is on transfer. And I think there were earlier reports that Rodrigo wanted Real Madrid. But it was not direct like it is coming now. But however it is, his style is more suited to Barcelona, if we want to be very honest. And I think he's going to do well if Barcelona can convince Manchester City
to sell the player.
To sell their
star midfielder, yes.
Star midfielder.
Stephen, what do you make of this? A player rejecting your very own beloved club.
See, to me, it's what he wants, though. So, but I saw his performance. He was one of the main players for World Cup, and also he's a Premier League winner and a Ballon d'Or winner. So I'm going to say Rodri is a very good player. He's a key player, but does he fit to the Barca squad? That's the question. You know, Barcelona as players, they have the likes of Pedri, they have like main players in their team. So, you know, bringing someone in like Rodri, and we all know Rodri is just recovering from an injury he had an ACL injury. That was the year he won the
Ballon d'Or, yes.
So bringing someone like Rodri to that kind of thing, I don't see anywhere fit. And I saw the price that Barcelona brought. Barcelona willing to play about 45 million euros or pounds or something. I saw it, I was like, oh, is this what a Ballon d'Or player is worth?
No, but Manchester City are saying they do not agree with that fee. That is just the start of negotiation. They want a higher fee.
Rodri is already old.
Yeah.
I think both Real Madrid and Barcelona should be very skeptical in that deal.
Okay.
Rodri does not have.
Oh, we should just say Barcelona because he has rejected Real Madrid. Keep Real Madrid out of the conversation.
Very skeptical about the deal because Rodri just came back from an ACL injury.
Yeah.
Is there any player who had ACL injury and went on to perform
at the same level
for years? That's a huge question mark.
Yes.
That's a huge question mark.
Coupled with age on his side.
Yes, coupled with age on his side.
Yes.
So if you're signing Rodri, you know, 1-2 years, that's the highest you can get from him.
Okay.
So that's all I'm going to say concerning that.
Steven,
you mentioned Rodri said he wanted Barcelona.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like the conversation happened during the World Cup. You know, we have a lot of Barcelona player playing for Spain, and Rodri is also a Spain player. So I feel like that was where the conversation happened because, you know, they saw his impact and they wanted.
Yeah, that's where you get when your team is underperforming now.
But then
Madrid also has Spanish players in their team, right? What happened to your Spanish player?
None of them made it to the World Cup. None of them.
Okay, I agree. Those Madrid players.
Don't agree.
No. I agree. But then we signed Cucurella.
And
then Cucurella became our player.
Under FIFA rules, that gold medal is accredited to Chelsea.
Exactly.
Do you know that?
He wasn't your player when he made it to the World Cup squad.
He was just
He wasn't your player.
He wasn't your player.
He wasn't your player.
You don't. There's no way out.
In fact,
your underperformance affected you. Even your players that should have represented you were ignored.
I feel like for that, I don't know where that whole situation happened of where Spain team or manager then did not choose any Madrid player to represent them because we have a lot of good players that like Dean Ujisen.
Are they good?
Yeah, I would not say they are at their top, but they're good. There's a difference between being good and being at your top.
This player you mentioned now, is he going to be part of the starting team next season?
For Madrid?
Yes.
I doubt.
With
this new signing.
So is he good?
No. Forget we have a new signing already.
Okay.
Let's just look at what.
So that's your excuse for the player.
That's why you didn't make the team.
No.
Well,
I'm not going to argue anything to when this is.
Let's just leave it at where it is. He has made his decision to join Barcelona according to reports. Let's see if they can eventually agree a deal with Manchester City and then he moves to the club. Let's just quickly move on to our last conversation for the day before we round things up. And this is actually a sad one because we've seen reports of a 24-year-old Thailand footballer who died on the pitch after being struck by lightning. This story has raised a lot of questions on social media in regards to player safety and football governing bodies and organizing bodies adhering to rules in regards to suspending matches when we have thunderstorms and lightning. What do you make of this story?
I don't think it's just football. There's a term called safe sports. Yeah, so I think we should be paying more attention to the weather when it comes to sporting events. So you would notice that some of the matches that were played in the World Cup were postponed due to certain warnings they paid attention to. So we have to there are question marks to the regulatory body of the Thailand League.
Mm-hmm.
Why was the match allowed to go
on after,
regardless of whatever forecast that was done or warning?
Steven, a quick.
To me, it's right.
A quick one.
You know, with that kind of weather and you're playing an open space, dangers are meant to happen. Like, I feel like there was no weather safety caution. I feel like there was a lot of neglection, especially because I heard it was a competition they were playing. And
yes.
For that kind of thing to happen, it's a sad one, especially for football, because it's going to make the whole thing scary now. People will now start having doubts to come out and play, because sometimes a lot of players enjoy playing in the rain because they find it fun and everything. And now with this kind of whole situation that has happened now, I feel like it will change a lot of narratives on football, because you start asking the question: is football a safe sport under this particular weather condition? So I think it was also negligence on their part, because if you see a weather change, why are you still playing ball? Like, especially in a very open space. It was open field, not like you're like this thing was all opened. So it's a sad news also.
Well, all we can say is may his soul rest in peace, and we hope that we don't get to see such incidents in the future. Thank you guys for being here to grace this stage and this conversation with me today. It was nice having you guys here. And that brings us to the end of today's edition of the Sport Desk. From Real Madrid's rebuilding process to the questions surrounding Mauricio Pochettino's future, the transfer battle for Rodri, and the important conversations surrounding player safety, we've explored the stories, decisions shaping the world of sports. Thank you for joining us today. I remain your host, Udokan Godspa. And that's our program for today. Thank you for spending your morning with us on S24 Morning Digest. Remember, the conversation continues across our social media platforms and digital channels, where you can stay connected with the latest sporting stories, breaking news, and updates throughout the day. Do have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.